Hello, 7th hour multimedia tech students. This week, hopefully you are working through the Jumpstart module. You should have that completed. It should take you around 15 minutes to complete. You can find it under learning modules. And then it should be the second module that you see. Here's Jumpstart. Anything with points is an assignment that you need to complete. And like the video on Monday, if you can't find the answers to one of these items, they're always in the notes or presentation above it. So the other thing that you need to complete this week is your All About Me. Your All About Me should have been turned in last Friday as a presentation, and we ran out of time to present. So what you're going to need to do is open that presentation and then present using Screencastify. So I have my presentation open. So here's my All About Me. It has at least one picture on every slide, and I'm going to be able to talk about each of those things. So in order to present, you will need to click on your presentation and then turn on Screencastify. And so I'm going to show you what that should look like. So you'll open your presentation, you'll click the present view, and then you should still be down here in the bottom corner. And so you'll basically just present like you would in class. So you'll introduce yourself, you'll talk about this picture, then you'll go to your family and you'll explain your pictures. Make sure that you're looking back up at your camera from time to time like you're speaking to your audience, because that is a part of your presentation. So I describe each of my pictures, looking back up at the camera so that you're talking to your audience. Make sure you're not moving your mouse around, but if you do have things that you want to talk about, you can switch to the pointer. But make sure that you're not like doing this the entire time, because that's going to be very distracting and it's going to take away from your points. So then next you'll talk about your hobbies, talk about each of your pictures, then you'll talk about the item that is unique about you, and then at the end you'll talk about your future and tell everyone thank you for listening. And so when you're done, then you'll exit your presentation. You might have to hit escape to do that, and then you will stop recording, and then this link to the video is going to be what you're going to turn in as your assignment grade. And so in order to do that, you'll have to come up here and stop recording, and then you'll want to save that in Screencastify as All About Me presentation, and then that link is what you're going to submit into Canvas. So when you have finished recording, Screencastify should open up like this, and it'll say Untitled Presentation. You'll need to rename it, so it should be called All About Me Presentation, and that's your video. You can see over here mine's still trying to save, and so when it's completely done, this bar will go away and I can copy this link. And so when you're ready to turn it in, you'll click copy the shareable link and we'll go submit it. But if you needed to cut a certain piece out where you messed up and you don't want to represent your entire presentation, then you can open the editor. And it takes a minute to open the editor, and it will allow you to cut and splice things together and then resave it as a different video. And so make sure you give it time to load. So once your editor has loaded, so it may take time for it to process the video and save it in your Google Drive, especially if your video is longer than a minute, in order for you to edit it. So you just have to wait for it to be ready. It'll come in and it gives you kind of like a step-by-step instructions on how to operate the editor. So you can dismiss those. If this is your first time, I would definitely go through them. Okay, and you can play your video. You can use the playhead, basically where your mouse is, and you can find where you want to cut the video. And so I would want to cut it like at the beginning. You can also just scrunch it and trim it this way. If you cut something, so say I want to cut here, and then I want to cut right here, and I want to take this piece and select it, see how it's yellow, and hit the little trash can, it'll go away. You can move this down here. You can stretch it back out, so if you want to remove it. So see how it doesn't want me to move it? You may need to stretch it out on the other side if you deleted too much. Okay, so that's how you can trim it, and then you just export your video. Make sure it should be named the same and it should replace the other video. Make sure you check the name before you are ready to turn in your link. So once you're done editing and you have your video the way you want it, you'll come over here and get the shareable link, or you may need to go into your Google Drive and you'll have to go down to Screencastify. And so you'll find your Screencastify folder and you will get the shareable link for the video that you just edited. And so it should be named All About Me. Okay, so I've got my All About Me presentation. I will right click on this and I will get the shareable link. And so you will copy the link, and then you will come to Canvas. You will go down to the All About Me presentation right here, and you are going to submit the website URL, which is right here. So you just need to right click and paste, or you can Control V and paste, and then you can click submit, and your assignment will be submitted. So make sure you do that before it is due, which will be Friday at midnight.